one of the more interesting things that happens is the back and forth that Xbox fanboys and PlayStation fanboys do with each other when it comes to, kind of poking fun at when a game scores or whatever like that. For me personally, it's never been that big of a deal. I kind of play what I want, but I do think that definitely Metacritic has a play and a spot for being accurate or just being there in general to give people a good idea on what a good game is versus a bad game. And when I say that, it's like a universal way to tell. Yes, there's going to be mixed reviews and some games that are going to be polarizing, but at the end of the day, if you play God of War, it's most likely going to be a great experience for you because it's universally loved. Where if you play Crackdown 3, that's universally hated, so you're probably not going to have a good time. That's not to say you can't have a good time at all, but that's saying you probably won't have a good time. And so we've been waiting eagerly for Kojima's next big magnum opus, and here we are. We have Death Stranding. The reviews are out. And the funny thing is, I had this thing pegged at probably about a 89, I believe, in terms of what I believed it would score Metacritic. It's right now sitting at an 84. That's a fantastic score for a new AAA IP. Now, don't kid yourself. That is a really, really good score. Now, what I will say is some people tried to turn that into something to hate against or whatever, the media bias or whatever. Some people even said that was too high, and the only reason why it scored that was because it's Kojima. I'm not really going to get into all that. All I'll say is if you're an Xbox dude trying to throw shade on an 84 rated game, just look in the mirror because this whole generation has been horrible for you as an Xbox fan. You haven't got any new AAA IPs that are even sniffing 84 outside of Sunset Overdrive, which I think was an 83. So the fact of the matter is the last new AAA IP Microsoft announced was 2015, and here we are with the second new AAA IP from Sony in this year. And they still have The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima coming out next year. So it's absolutely kind of crazy to think that, hey, 84 is a bad score. Now, you might bring up Gears of War 5 because Gears of War 5 did score an 84 as well, just like Gears of War 4. Now, I think the difference there is a lot of people were hyping up Gears of War 5 as getting 90 plus. In fact, I won Death Stranding for free because some Xbox fanboy said that Gears 5 was going to be a 95 meta, and he kept saying it was going to win Game of the Year and all this kind of stuff. Now, I think 84 is a fine score. What I will say is for a new IP, that's a really good start. For a tentpole franchise that supposedly has the full backing of Microsoft and more money than ever and this and that and the other thing, I'll say that's a little bit of a lackluster thing, especially given how fast and far Gears 5 has fallen out of the top 25 on most played Xbox games, and also considering that they basically were only charging $1 for it to begin with. So, is there media bias? Absolutely not. There's no media bias. Is it? I don't know. For, against, who knows? But I just hear people saying media bias. I don't know if they're Xbox fans or PlayStation fans, but it's just funny nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.